What does it mean to find the spark that makes your life feel whole? Have you ever wandered, searching for a reason to rise each day? Some chase purpose like a fleeting star, others never seek it. Is it a grand calling or something quieter, closer, true? Why do some find meaning while others feel forever lost? Today we ask, what is your true purpose and how do you find it? Let's step into a story that lights the way to this truth. Follow a woman whose journey unveiled her heart's deepest call. In a valley cradled by ancient forests lived a weaver named Lira. Her looms sang with threads, creating tapestries of color and life. Lira's work adorned the village, her skill known far and wide. Yet at night she sat alone, her heart heavy with questions. Her hands wove beauty, but her soul felt adrift, unmoored. What was her purpose, the reason she was here? She'd tried many paths, painting, teaching, tending gardens. Each felt right for a moment, but none held her fully. The villagers praised her, yet Lira yearned for more. She wanted a calling that set her spirit ablaze. One dusk, a storm swept through, tearing her finest tapestry. Lira stood in the rain, clutching the ruined threads, heartbroken. This piece had taken months, woven for a festival's honor. She could start again, but the loss stirred a deeper ache. Was her work, her life meant to be more than fleeting beauty? She wandered into the forest, seeking solace among the trees. There she found an old shrine, moss-covered, nearly forgotten. A carved stone bore words, faint but piercing. Purpose is service. Lira traced the letters, her fingers trembling with wonder. Service? She'd woven for others, but was that enough? The storm's rain softened, and Lira felt a spark ignite. She decided to weave something new, not for praise, but for meaning. The next morning, Lira began a tapestry, small and simple. It was for the village healer, whose hands mended broken bodies. She wove with intention, each thread a wish for strength. It wasn't grand, but it felt different, alive with purpose. Lira didn't know if this was her calling, but she'd try. She'd weave for others, one piece at a time, and see. The forest's quiet song seemed to hum with her choice. Lira's loom hummed, her hands weaving with newfound focus. The tapestry for the healer grew, its threads warm with care. She delivered it at dawn, draping it over the healer's door. The healer's eyes shone, her gratitude wordless but deep. Lira felt a stir in her chest, a flicker of something true. She wove another, this time for the baker, whose bread fed the hungry. Each piece was small, woven not for glory, but for connection. The village noticed, their whispers shifting from her skill to her heart. Lira still questioned her purpose, but the ache was softer now. Each tapestry felt like a step, a thread in a larger design. She began to seek those who needed her work most. One night, she met a child, orphaned, shivering in the market. His name was Teo, his eyes wide with loss and quiet strength. Lira wove him a blanket, its colors bright, its warmth a promise. When she wrapped it around him, Teo smiled, small but real. Lira's heart cracked open, the moment heavy with meaning. Was this purpose, touching one life, easing one pain? She doubted it was so simple, yet the feeling lingered. She kept weaving for the lonely, the weary, the forgotten. Her loom became a bridge, linking her to others' lives. But the question remained, was this her true calling? Lira needed a sign, a clarity to anchor her search. The village elder, wise and weathered, watched Lira's quiet work. She called Lira to her fire, her gaze like the forest's depths. "You weave for others," she said, But do you see the pattern? Lira frowned, unsure, her hands fidgeting with a loose thread. The elder handed her a mirror, its surface old but clear. "Look," she said, "and tell me what you see." Lira stared, seeing not just her face, but her life's work. Each tapestry, each choice, had woven her into the village's heart. She wasn't just making cloth, she was crafting meaning. The elder smiled, her voice soft but firm. "Purpose isn't found, it's built, thread by thread." Lira left the elder's fire, the mirror's truth burning within her. She saw her life anew, each tapestry a thread of purpose. Her work hadn't been aimless, it had woven her into the world. The realization struck like sunlight through the forest canopy. Purpose wasn't a single star to chase, but a pattern she built. Serving others through her loom, her heart gave her meaning. Teo's smile, the healer's gratitude, the baker's warmth, these were her calling. Lira returned to her loom, her hands steady, her soul alight. She wove with joy now, each piece a gift to those in need. The village thrived, wrapped in her threads of care. Lira's name became a story, not of fame, but of impact. Now let Lira's journey guide you to your own true purpose. Purpose isn't a treasure buried in some distant land. It's crafted in the choices you make, the lives you touch. Some wander, waiting for a grand revelation that never comes. Others find meaning by acting, by serving, by building now. You can start today with one small intentional step. Ask yourself, who can I help, even in the simplest way? Maybe it's a kind word, a shared skill, a moment of care. Lira wove tapestries. You can weave connection, hope, change. Choose one act, repeat it, let it grow into your purpose. Finding your calling means listening to what moves you. Notice what feels right, what makes your heart feel full. Lira found it in service. Yours might be different, but no less true. Write down one way you can serve, one step you can take. Do it today, tomorrow, until it becomes your pattern. Purpose grows like a tapestry, thread by thread, choice by choice. You don't need all the answers, you need only to begin. Like Lira, let your actions weave a life of meaning. Your purpose is waiting, not to be found, but to be made. Start now and watch your future bloom, one thread at a time.